let's get into some SuperCoach, my favorite part. SuperCoach segment. We got the Hurricanes taking on the Strikers tonight. Sort of the big scorers of the last round were from the Hurricanes and the Strikers as well. So I think there's plenty of plays to pick from. This is the last round as well, so you're going to finish off with a big score or finish off where you are on the top. I don't know if you guys can win our work league. I'm pretty far down the table. What about you guys?
Oh, I've got no idea.
No, I think I'm top 2. I think I'm second.
Oh, okay. We'll have to be rooting for you. So who are you going to pick for your SuperCoach player this round, Leo, for this match?
Well, yeah, my SuperCoach watch is Ben McDermott, 125,000. He's been in my team since the start, but he's just been warming the bench. He's been a good sort of keeping backup option.
Yep.
Sort of warmed into the tournament a little bit, a bit of a slow start, but he's hit some form. He's gone up 37,000, so a little bit of a cash cow. 95 off 61, I think it was, against the Strikers in the last fixture. So he's a little bit hit and miss, but he's as destructive as they come when he's in and has faced a few balls. So I'm happy to take the risk there. Might field him this week, finally. But knowing my luck, he'll probably let me down. So, yeah, that's my watch for tonight.
Yep, bit of Ben McDermott. Don't mind that. I had him and brought him in actually last round because Matt Wade was injured, him and Chris Jordan. So I was very happy with that. But he's been pretty bad for his standards, so hopefully he can cash in again. Why don't we go with you, Marcus? Who have you got for this Hurricane Strikers game?
Well, I just want to touch on our News Perform league.
Yep.
And
Work league.
we're having a look now. The final series begin today because this is the second last round, actually.
Oh.
There's another round after this. You boys are in for the minor premiership.
No.
I'm not sure if you play each other. No, you don't, but you could play each other next week if you both win.
Yeah, okay.
So, yeah, watch out for the podcast. So, big rivalry there. And then, I'm in the final series along with Kyle. Alex as well from Football Today has somehow squeezed his way in there.
Jeez.
Yeah, Leo with a look of disgust. But I'm gonna go with Chris Jordan for my my SuperCoach pick for tonight.
Yep.
He's valued at 151,000. He scored 77 points against the Scorchers at Adelaide Oval only just a few days ago, and he ranked last round. He ranked second for both bat and ball.
Wow.
So he's definitely on form. You could chip in with both. Yeah, obviously bat and ball. Only took the 1 wicket last against the Scorchers, but you can definitely have a high strike rate, which it gets you plenty of points in Big Bash if you're looking for some batsman points, particularly all rounder points as well.
Yep.
So Chris Jordan would be my player pick.
Yeah, nice. I really like Chris Jordan. He's one of the players. Every team sort of has one or two players that can come in first ball and get that 200 strike rate. Like he's first. Just say he makes that quick 10. It's going to be off 5 balls, or quick 20. It's going to be off 10 balls, which is absolutely awesome for SuperCoach. And then even like you said, he only got 1 wicket the other game, but his economy is always really strong. He's always the death bowler. Could get a few wickets or a lot of dot balls there. That rockets your SuperCoach score. Sort of like Agar that we were talking about the other night with those really good figures. I'm going to go the Englishman, Jamie Overton, the 198,400, which I think is an absolute steal. He's the 3rd best overall SuperCoach scorer this season, yet he's 10th in price. So I think it's really good. You got some guys that are a lot more expensive that aren't producing the output that he is. He's averaging 72 in SuperCoach. I think he's an absolute steal. In terms of his just actual normal cricket averages, he's averaging 19 with the ball. He's got 11 wickets. 42 runs he's averaging with the bat. I think that's helped with a few not outs, but still that's really solid. And 140 strike rate. I think he's probably the perfect all-rounder. It reminds me of a bit of Freddie Flintoff when he played in the Big Bash a while ago. Just that big guy that can sort of chip in with bat and ball and is a bit of a character as well. Sort of tall, Paul. There's a few of these big English guys. They're just big characters, look like they're just taking it easy, and then they'll bowl you or they'll hit you for 6. So I think Jamie Overton is an absolute steal there. So let's get into our predictions for the Hurricanes versus Strikers. Let me just have a quick look at the ladder. I feel like the Hurricanes can't make the finals now. Is that correct? Or are they still just on the
verge?
I think. Yeah.
They can mathematically, but they need a lot of results to go their way. They're only a point behind the Strikers. Stars are on 8 points. Strikers 7. Hurricanes 6. Both with 2 games remaining. But the Stars have got a pretty soft run home.
Yep. All right. So, Marcus, we'll start with you. Who are you picking in this Hurricane Strikers one?
I'm going to go the Strikers here. I think they got too much of the bat, really, don't they? And the Hurricanes haven't really wowed us with the ball this season, as we thought they would, particularly with spin. But I think a big blow would be Riley Meredith with his side strain. I'm not sure if he's playing. I doubt he will. Doubt he will play with that side strain injury that he suffered. So strikers for me.
Yeah, no, that's definitely a fair guy. I forgot about Riley Meredith. I'm having a look at the news now. Yeah, looks like he might be out, but they're going to decide probably on the game day. Maybe they try not to let the strikers know what's going on with him because he's a big out. Leo, who are you going with?
Yeah, I agree with Marcus. Strikers, for me, you only have to look back to the last matchup, which was a few days ago, where they won pretty convincingly and could have honestly been a bigger win when they had them 5 for 36. The Strikers just have more match winners, don't they, at the end of the day? The Hurricanes team isn't necessarily bad, but there's a lot more question marks around it. So I think the Strikers will complete the double over the Hurricanes today. What about you, stats guy? Yeah,
I'm exactly the same. I'm going to go Strikers as well. I've been really disappointed by the Hurricanes this season. I think on paper they've got a really good team, but you've got some top order batsmen that just aren't making runs. I wrote down, you've got Sam Hain averaging 11 this Big Bash. You've got Tim David, who's only totaled for 70-something runs, averaging just 14. Sort of these big names. Tim David a few years ago was obviously playing for Australia, killing it in the IPL, killing it everywhere. And he might have lost his confidence. Same with Sam Hain. When you're relying on Chowdhury and Jordan, who are those guys that are all-rounders that are supposed to come in at the end and hit you some quick 20 runs, when you're relying on them to hit a 50 to win a game, I think that's a really horrible effort. When you look at the Strikers, I know I'm concentrating on the batting, but this is where it's going to be decided, this match, I think. When you look at the Strikers, you've got Lynn and both the Shorts, who are all chipping in. So especially Matt Short, you know what you're going to get from him most games. But the other two guys, they get a 50 here and there. Whereas the Hurricanes just don't trust them at all. Even their bowling lineup, you got Nathan Ellis, who's been okay. But a few of their guys that were on an Australian list and really dominating all over the world in T20 cricket have just dropped off the last couple of years. And it's a bit disappointing that I know the Bev show wouldn't be happy. He'd be sulking in his bedroom right now. But I feel like Strikers are going to win this one easy. They'll charge into the finals as few of us predicted the other day. So get on the Strikers bandwagon for tonight.
Ready? I'm going to chuck in an impromptu for you boys quickly.
Okay.
Just thinking about it. Matt Short is a definite pick for the Australian 2020 side. Yeah, nah.
Big yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you go first if you want, Leo.
Yeah, I think a big yeah. He was should have been first, the highest run scorer last BBL. Yeah. He's been dominating this BBL. He has got to be picked. Bowls handy off spin too. He has to be picked, in my opinion. You've got to reward BBL form. If they're not going to reward Shield form, then they should reward BBL form.
Is that a little dig there at Cam Bancroft being left out of the Test squad and Matt Renshaw being included?
It is a little bit of a dig. All I'm going to say is they're doing a lot to include Cam Green in this team, so he better bloody perform.
Oh, geez. I think Cam Green, you got to reward the young guys who are going all right. I think he still averages 33 and a half, Cam Green in Test cricket. So he's not like he's horrible. I'll agree. I'll be big yeah for Matt Short. I think I just had a look. He's played 7 T20 international matches already. He averages 22.3, which isn't horrible at 170 strike rate though, which is awesome for T20 cricket. He also just got included in the one-day squad. I think finally people are realizing how good Matt Short is. You got to respect the Big Bash a little bit, especially with 2020. I think it's a little bit different to Shield, where it's probably a little bit closer to the highest level of T20 cricket, whereas Test and Sheffield Shield, I feel like there's a bigger gap just because it's a longer format. But yeah, Matt Short, good call, Marcus. I'm guessing you're saying a big yeah for him to be in Australian colours.
Oh, 100%. He's got 92 more runs than second placed so far in the Big Bash run scored, and that's Chris Lynn, his teammate. So, and then below that is Aaron Hardy, which is more than 100 runs behind. So he's been absolutely killing it, just to put into context a little bit. And not only that, you could chip him with the ball as well, can't he? He can take a handy wicket early, particularly in 2020 format. So 100%, he'll almost be the first name on the team sheet for me in the 2020 squad, especially with David Warner retiring. He won't be opening, I assume, in 2020 cricket either. So get Matt Short in 100%.
Yeah, I wouldn't even be surprised if he comes into all different formats. So that's absolutely awesome. Even what about Chowdhury? I read this thing the other day that he could qualify for Australia in a few years. That would be pretty cool if he plays 2020 cricket.
He would never get a spot in the squad.
Oh yeah, he's our man. I reckon in a few years when we're doing this podcast number 333 or something, episode number 333, we'll be going, oh, Chadrick's in the squad with his big chain. He's going to copy Chris Jordan, he said. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll have to note that down and see what happens in a couple of years.